Hello, everybody, and welcome to P2 Express. My name is Lindsay, and this is Tia, and this is Teddy. That's kind of fun to say. Okay, child's pose, please. Uh, Take in a nourishing inhale, and let it take its time to come all the way out. And really follow it till that last bit comes all the way out of the lung tissue. Let's do that again. Just practicing, watching the breath as it comes in, and then letting it fully dissipate before we move on. We're used to controlling our breath in yoga, and our pranayama practices can be super powerful. But this week, I'd really like to entertain the possibility of releasing control. So I'll invite you in your breath in this practice to maybe have a conversation with it, have a relationship with it, but mostly just to watch it in awe. This beautiful stream of breath that's been with you since you first emerged from the womb and has not been interrupted ever since. Isn't that crazy to think about? Hasn't been interrupted ever since. Imagine every product in your house, if it had that kind of warranty on it, right? Will work in 30 some odd years. And our practice does ask us to relinquish control, to release control. And maybe today you don't try at yoga at all. You simply release any expectation, any trying, and you trust this intelligently designed system to serve you as you come into contact with it. If you'd like to flip your palms upward just to receive an intention for your practice, I need to practice release this week, so that's what I'm talking about. But if you need something different, name it now. Get it out of your practice. Breathe in. As you exhale, active child's pose. Press back really far. Spider tip your fingers. Breathe in, rock up toward a back bend. I'll do it with you. Knees stay in the same place. Drop the heart forward as you lift through your toes. Exhale back through to child's pose. And inhale, just in through a back bend. Toes can touch or kiss. And let's just do that 2 more times, warming up through all the major joints. And finding this melodic rhythm and cadence. And when you're done with this situation, which might be in one more round, you'll just find downward facing dog, slowly coming into this very grounded position, and perhaps even pushing in just with thumbs, and then adding the index fingers, and then the middle fingers, then the ring fingers and the pinkies, and noticing how they can all kind of combine. We hear things when we're ready to hear them. We hear them when we need to hear them. And I found this old book that I used to have and use in my yoga classes, and the page just resonated with me this week. I heard it deeply. It says, we cannot control everything. Sometimes we need to step back and let things unfold as they will. We can try to direct the outcomes of our actions, but at a certain point, we need to let play out what we've set into motion. Giving up control can actually be a relief. It is an admission that we are not the only force in the universe, and that in fact, we are one force in conversation with many others, from the forces of nature to the energy and interests of the people around us. Let's come into upward facing dog while I finish the passage and just kind of pedal it back and forth, looking over one shoulder and then the other. For example, they say, we cannot force a flower to open its petals and bloom. We must wait for it to open in its own time. We cannot make a person agree with us. We can just present our thoughts and invite people to consider them. In addition, when we respect nature's rhythms or listen to another person, we are given an opportunity to learn and to grow. We are in a collaboration with the universe. Breathe in. Breath out, down dog. Let's flow that breath to movement now. Inhales bring us into upward dog. Look up, maybe soften the elbows on these first few passes. Exhales, downward facing dog. And then just two more at your own pace. Ride that wave of breath. And notice how, much like that passage, we're in a conversation with these postures. What are they teaching us? Usually, what we need practice in is what our yoga practice reveals to us through the struggle. Breathe in, raise through your heels. As you exhale, come into ragdoll pose, top of your mat. I'll take a tender pause here at the top to just drape down. Some days I even just like my hands to come down onto the floor, much like an ape's arms, just nice and heavy and long. Give it two more tender breaths. Feeling each vertebra unlock and decompress in this slow, slow hold. Exhale, hands to the earth, please. And breathe in, Yogi Squat. And we'll just pause to breathe here. Little flows in between some things today, and to notice that first glimmer of like, how are my hips doing in this deep, deep squat? You've got some grimaces going there, Teddy. And this, if it's ever too deep, we're just here in horse then instead. Okay, so never to jam into any of your joints. Let's flow this. Breathe in. Exhale, ragdoll with your hands to the ground. Great pace, you guys. Inhale, yogi squat. And exhale, fold back in half. Breathe in, squat. And exhale back in half. Last time, inhale, squat. And exhale, forward fold. Let's dance our feet together. Big toe mounds can kiss. Breathe in, halfway lift, sun salutation, letter A. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose. And exhale, forward fold all the way back down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. We'll add on, kind of like that flower blooming. We'll just add on and peel back some layers as we go. Exhale, downward. Breathe in, heels elevate. Exhale, dance forward toward the top of your mat, fold in half. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Breathe in, mountain pose, so tall. Exhale, side bend to the right. Just really stretch over like you're stretching in the morning. Breathe in, mountain. And exhale, second side, up and over. Breathe in, mountain. And exhale, forward folds. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe in, upward. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in, heels lift. And exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, elongate. Exhale, release. Breathe in, mountain pose. Exhale, take a bind behind your back. Breathe in, open your chest. Exhale, fold back in half, and then let the clasp release at the last moment. So fold in half, come all the way down. Breathe in, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga dandasana. We've got one more way I want us to move our spines before we come into sun B. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, heels lighten. And exhale, teleport forward, top of mat. Drop your chin. Breathe in, elongation. Exhale, soften. Breathe in, mountain pose. Exhale, let's take a twist to our right. Breathe in, come center. And as we exhale, let's just do the other side. Look over your left shoulder. Breathe in, up. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Nice work. Breathe in, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. 5 breaths. So during some of these express classes, I like to just edit out the holds, some of these holds in the architecture of the posture. So just notice and don't overthink it. If I cue too quickly, you're welcome to go at your own pace. If there's anything that's within the bounds of your mat, your mental space, your emotional space, that might be in like preventing you from enjoying your experience or being fully present, edit them out. Let them go, release them. Whether it's that Apple Watch that's keeping calorie track on you, or perhaps you haven't set the right boundaries with people not to bug you during your home practice. Perhaps you're having a conversation with your boss or with a partner in your head. Whatever it is, just set that distraction off to the side or pause the video and create those limits right now. It's so important that you protect this moment and this experience, just like any other in your life. Breathe in. Right leg high, please. Exhale, bend, twist, and open. Breathe in, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to tricep. Breathe in, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to other tricep. Breathe in, 3-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, straighten your legs, look back between your legs. And exhale, lunge all the way in and down, back knee to a hover or a kiss. Breathe in, Sultan Warrior. Pause to breathe. Left arm comes high. Ha. And we've got just a little bit of spinal rotation. So now that we've taken the spine in all different directions, perhaps we'll just play with a little bit of this to shift. Great. And then you'll just let your back hand rest somewhere lightly. This is a crazy posture. It's balance oriented. It's so much strength. And once in a blue moon, it starts to pinch into my low back. And so I just tuck my tailbone a micro inch and that goes away. Let's breathe in. As you exhale, let's take an open arm twist to the right. Continue your breath. If you're practicing at home, you might have like an animal or a child that likes to bug you during your practice. I know I do. Sometimes my kids even try to come and like screw with my back leg. So imagine that back leg is just so strong, it could support anything. Breathe out. Breathe in, warrior 2. You got it. Perfect. Feet are spread a little further apart. I love it, Teddy. Nice expanse. Back toes feather in just a notch. Breathe in with me, please. Breathe out, extended side angle. Continue to breathe. This is just meant to be a really well-rounded flow. In fact, our peak posture today is a surrender posture because we're talking about release. So notice every time you come somewhere new, those new sensations, and that means that we're actually caring for a spot. We can feel it. We've gotten there. We've accessed it. Exhale. Breathe in, reverse warrior or triangle. We're only here for 4 breaths. Push into your knee, please. Pull it out and open, almost like a creaky doorway. Just take it out. Breathe in. Breath out, chaturanga. Breathe in, up. Breath out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, left leg up. Exhale, bend, twist, and open. Breathe in, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to tricep. Breathe in, kick up. Exhale, other tricep. pull in through the inner thigh. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, straighten your legs, look back in space. And exhale, lunge forward and down. Just feel that nice stretch. Breathe in, come into your Sultan Warrior. We only did that once, right? Or did we do it a few times? Once. Okay. Thought I was crazy there for a second. Want to make sure you guys are even. I couldn't live with myself if I thought I gave you an uneven experience. Oh man, we'd have to quit the recording and just start from the beginning. And I don't think they'd be very happy about that. Same thing with your back leg. And you might even be able to feel with your hand on your back leg the tightness and the tautness of those hamstrings. So we don't want to over control anything, right? We don't want too much rigidity. We just want enough to balance us out. Another breath in. Breath out. Twist to your left, please. Pause to breathe. The place that for me, just like unconsciously, every yoga practice decides to get rigid instead of surrendering is my jaw. It's almost like some evil dentist has wired it together. And this strong joint, you can just glide it back and forth. Find a little roundness in the mouth. Exhale. Breathe in, warrior two. We'll pause here to breathe. Not overthinking the posture, right? We're just inviting yoga to work on us today. So find your gaze. You look great. And then settle in. Release your shoulders down just a smidge. Yeah. Breathe in. Breath out, side angle. Nice and simple today. And tilt back slightly. And feel just a larger expanse on your as is bones. You've got these two bony prominences right on the fronts of your hips. And this posture just gently over time separates those as you lean back in space. Thank you for the breath, Teddy. Breathe out. Breathe in, reverse warrior. And we'll stay. We'll pause. I don't know about you, but I enjoy flowing breath to movement. So what I will do is simply let you be guided once through, and then you'll take two more on your own, just with the music or with the silence or nature or wherever you are. Breathe in, breath out, Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Breath out, downward facing dog, remembering your intent. Breathe in, right leg high. Exhale, bend, twist, and open. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to tricep. Breathe in, up. Exhale, other tricep. Breathe in, up. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, stretch, drop your head and look back. Exhale, lunge in a lot forward and down. Breathe in, Sultan Warrior. Left arm holds the chalice. Exhale, open arm twist. Breathe in, Warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. There's a little glue in between the thighs here on that Chaturanga. Breathing in, letting go. Breathe in, left leg up. Exhale, bend, twist, and open. Breathe in, up. Exhale, tricep. Breathe in, up. Exhale, other tricep. Breathe in, up. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, straighten, test. And exhale, sink forward and down. Breathe in, right arm high for your Sultan. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Breathe in, warrior two. And exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in, reverse warrior. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Now, there's a right leg and then a left leg, and this is not a sacred flow. I didn't get it out of, some ancient scripture. Start with your right leg now and just take it over. And if you forget anything or you want to edit anything out, just do. Go ahead, guys. Start with your right leg, up and back, and just feel that flow. And noticing that it's more important the attitudes you bring to the flow than the actual flow itself. Maybe noticing if you can peel back any layers in the movement and the range of motion, in the breath. Sometimes I like to play with the pace of my breath, almost like Ashtanga yoga when you start to speed it up and feel that kind of cardio. Other days you need to slow it down and just ride that gentle long wave. Like the Rice Krispies, Tia. I feel like I'm eating cereal in the 80s. This pops in the joints. I think it's like the weather outside. You get so many of them in the studio these days. You got one more round after this leg. And I'd like you, if you haven't already in your practice, to spark a little bit of that joy element that we so badly need, especially as we come into winter with less and less daylight. So if you'd like to add in a posture, if you'd like to edit something out, man, if you want to hop up into some sort of handstand, whatever it is, you just feel that element of joy. Sometimes it can just be bringing a slight smile behind the cheekbones and just feeling that lightness and release of the mood. We're starting to feel warm. Yeah? Anybody? Okay, good. This is a long time to flow on your own, but as we come into more and more people into the home practice, you need to, fiercely protect that home practice. Sometimes it's hard to get to the mat. Sometimes it's hard to stay on the mat once you're already there. I know this. So I'm going to have you finish out strong on your left side. If you've taken a break already, come into an active posture. This is not a long class. I want you to start thinking about this yoga as essential if it isn't to you already. Letting go of anything else and just putting it to the side of your mat, trusting that if it's important, heck, you will be better in 40, 45 minutes, whatever it is, to handle it once you've unplugged and taken that break. And then you can pick it back up and put it back on if it's necessary. Mm. Almost there. Perfect. And I'll ask you when you come into downward facing dog, just to humor yourself for a brief second. Okay, just humor yourself. Pick up your right leg. Yeah, and then pick up your left arm. There you go. We begin the balance series, right? And the funny thing is, you have to have a sense of humor, no pun intended, right? In order to do this. It's ridiculous. Good. Are we breathing still is the question. And then the answer is no. Breathe in. Exhale, release your hand and foot. Breathe in, other leg. Exhale, other arm. Breathe. Yeah, everyone's gonna fall in this at some point, okay? But it's fun to flirt with because eventually, if you're warm enough, you can grab your back ankle at some point, which can be kind of fun. Breathe in, breath out, let it go. Breathe in, heels lift. Exhale, forward fold. Come into the rest of your balance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, inhale, single leg mountain. I want you to take 3 whole breaths to get there. Keep your knee into your chest. So in from your fold, you'll simply take one knee, I don't care which, into your chest and go super, super, super slow. And then begin to peel up. And this is just to give you a little bit more work through the back side of the body. Gorgeous. When you get here, whichever knee you have up, take that same hand and just pull your knee out to the side. If you know that you like hand to foot pose, you can always grab your foot instead. But I'd rather you have stoic posture than a straight leg. Okay, so wherever that medium is for you. And you could even reach back. Your glute is working, it is. If you need to ensure it is, you can always use that tactile function there. Good. I like watching them on video because I can kind of see can see you without staring you down in your face. Breathe out together. And breathe in a single leg mountain. Exhale, other hand to that same foot. And just grab on. And you're welcome to just stay here. Or you could do a figure 4. You could press out and extend through your hamstring. Start to listen in. We're having conversations with ourselves in this yoga process, how we feel, and just kind of responding. And Tia always wants hip work, so there you go. You want that hip work, here it is. Perfect. Breathe out. Breathe in, single leg mountain. Exhale, prayer twist to your right. That's right, chair, and then a prayer twist to your right. And we'll pause here. Your legs should feel very different, but now tailbone squeezes in, your sits bones squeeze toward that tailbone. And that open arm twist is always there for you if it feels a little bit more free. Breathe in, breath out, forward fold. Whew. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, single leg mountain. Take a few breaths to get there. Hug your knee into your chest. Other knee now. And once you get there and you feel like you've peeled up into this beautiful posture, welcome yourself for knee out to the right or left, I guess, whichever way you're going. Hand to your knee or maybe to your foot to open up. So same hand, same foot to begin. There you go, Tia. The nice thing about being at home is that you probably have a smorgasbord of things that you could tap onto, stabilize yourself with here. I prefer what Tia's doing with her hand to her hip, just because then I can actually feel those bones spread apart. That stays stationary while I kick out to the other side. We were here for a while, so let's let it do its business for 2 more breaths. Exhale. Breath in, one-legged mountain. Breath out, other hand to your foot or your knee. Just play. When's the last time you just let yourself play for a few minutes, a few moments? And the great thing about the breath being the cornerstone of our practice is that if it ever turns off or eludes us, we know perhaps we've pushed the envelope just a little too far. Does anyone else have like one leg that's a complete shit show and one leg that feels really good? Yeah. If you're falling at home, you're part of the largest group ever. 100% of us should be a little vulnerable at some point. Exhale. Breathe in single leg mountain. Exhale, prayer twist to your left. Last deep twist of our day here. Curl back through your right hip slightly. And the most important thing here is that we really just breathe up and down all the way, feeling it as the base of the pelvic floor, up and out through the nostrils. It's this uninhibited kind of windpipe. Breathe in. Breath out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathe in, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop to your knees. Mime high five your neighbor if you have one. If not, I'm going to give you a mime high five. How about a real high five? There we go. Let's work on our headstand. If you're at home, please put a wall behind you and don't have anything precious or breakable behind you. If you have a newer relationship with headstand, you'll do tripod headstand. And that's with your hands shoulder width distance apart and your fingers back far enough that you can see even your middle fingers. Down dog legs, and then just to bring one knee up and the other knee up and to breathe. Okay, I want to see a very slow pace here, kind of like you came up when you were balancing on your feet at a very slow pace. Very slow pace here as well. If you think you've got that down, make sure you've got a wall behind you, but you can always come to this guy. Fist, grab onto the fist, and then make sure you've tucked your chin all the way in and give yourself some down dog legs. Again, walk your hips up as far as you can before you bring one knee in, and then slowly start to tilt up. Okay, let's play around, and I'm going to talk you through this because odds are, out of the hundreds of people that watch them, many of us need these cues. So come into table pose. Take the very top of your head to the mat. So not your hairline, very top. I want you to almost make like a double chin. And then please draw your fingers back underneath your elbows so you make a triangle with your head and both hands. And if you're coming in, are you guys coming in with hands on there or the second version? Both of you? I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this. Okay. Oh, that's okay. You don't, and that's a great point that Teddy has. If you're not sure you're going to be able to do that, I want you to come into the tripod and just stop when you want to stop. Okay? So come with me. Crown of head onto earth. And then draw your fingertips back so you can see all of them. So bring them underneath your shoulders. Keep going, keep going. Bring your elbows up. There we go. Now hug your elbows into your sides, flip your toes under, and straighten your legs. That's it. So flip your toes under, give yourself down dog legs. Straighten your legs. Yeah, straighten into your knees. There you go. Look at you. You're standing on your head, right? Now, if you want, you can walk your knees forward and put them onto the backs of your legs or of your arms. Perfect. Cool. So that's it. That's it. And you can stop anywhere in between any of those. Yeah. Awesome. So we'll just play here for a moment. It's pretty taxing. Nice job. See, I told you. Interesting. That's a good word for it. That's interesting. Yeah. And it's a great way to just round out the balance practice, right? Those inversions are so good for us. So this is a heating inversion. It's going to heat you up. Yeah. And then we have our cooling inversions, like legs up below. I think I want to try it one more time. Sounds good. Try it one more time. I like it. I'm picky with people, so I'm going to cue you through. Yep, you got it. Yep, take it back a little further, just a tiny bit further underneath your elbows. There you go. Spread your fingers, down dog legs. Okay, perfect. Now just walk your pelvis up, walk your toes in and up. Walk, 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 bend your knees, and then set them down, pull your elbows in. Everybody loves playtime. See? Love it. Great. Awesome. Yeah. And you'll want to go very slow when you bring your legs up. Awesome. Downward facing dog. Nice work. Thank you for trying something and for trusting me. I love that. I love it. Okay, breathe in. Let's breathe completely out. Breathe in, right leg high. Exhale, bend, twist, open, flip your dog. Yeah, come on over, or you can just stay there and then just go ahead and do some slow circles like a backstroke with your arm. Exhale. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to tricep. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Exhale, other tricep. Breathe in, three-legged. Exhale, low lunge. Here's our change. Inhale, star pose. And exhale, horse. And breathe. We'll breathe right here. And let's not stretch first. Just come into it. I want you to feel the rigidity, the not letting go. Ooh, this is a hard posture. Okay, so feel this because it's very, very, very important for the last part of class. You should be sweating just a little bit. Awesome. Now drop your hands to your thighs and let's do some shoulder dips here. Sometimes you need to learn or notice when you're stressed in order to kind of learn to relax, right? Oh, to feel that sponginess here. Very nice. Exhale, horse. Breathe in, star. Exhale, chaturanga to the front of your space. Breathe in, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Let's throw some Sanskrit in there. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, other leg up and back. Exhale, bend, twist, open. Pause in your flip dog. Let's just backstroke it with our free arm. Can you feel anything on your chest? Exhale. Breathe in, three-legged. Exhale, knee to tricep. Breathe in, kick. Exhale, twist to the other side. Breathe in, up. Exhale, low lunge. Breathe in, star. Exhale, horse, and hold it. This time option if you want for goddess arms or tiptoes. Whew. Des Moines is going to have the best glutes in all of North America. And you know what? Actually, it's not just Des Moines. We got Kansas City. I know people in California that watch these. The US of A, just great glutes. Awesome. Now stretch it out one more time. Notice what it feels like to release into your lower back, into the inner thigh. Exhale. Breathe in, star pose. Exhale, chaturanga, last one of the day. Breathe in, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Drop down to your knees. Awesome. Come around onto your seat. And we'll just take half straddle pose. Or if you're more of a frog pose person, you can take frog. Okay, I just don't want to be evil to you. So this is our big release posture of the day. And you'll want to make sure that your front leg is straight toward the top of the mat. And this knee, you're making like a backwards L here. Okay, take your knee back a little further if you don't feel much. And make sure your ankle is out so that you've got a 90-degree ankle in your knee. Okay, now let's personalize. Just buoy your weight around toward your bent knee. See if that feels good. Yeah, if you feel it there, that's fine. Some people feel it on the outside. And you can also walk back like you're a babe on a beach. and see if that feels better too. So as long as you've got some sensation somewhere, Teddy, I'm cool with wherever you want to land. Awesome. Okay, so figure out which one you'd like to buy. Take a deep breath in and exhale, just melt your hips downward. And start to close down the gaze. It doesn't matter how good or bad you think you are at surrendering and letting go. The fact is, the present moment is giving you another chance to practice. And just like you practiced to train for whatever job you have, whatever sport you do or did when you were younger, it's a skill that you hone over time. So just inviting the possibility of letting go. Mm. And now just to dump off to that side, bend your front shin so it's parallel with the top of your mat. And just fold forward onto it. If you need more sensation, you can straighten your back leg so that you're in half pigeon. Using your weight to compress. Are we feeling anything there? Okay, good. Half of the battle of letting go is knowing what we need to let go of. Many of us know, we know deep in our hearts, that thing that dulls our shine, that prevents us from moving forward and becoming a new, better version of ourselves. We kind of know, and we're just not ready yet, some people. And that's okay. That first step, just recognizing and knowing that something is incongruent with your future, is the first step. And so sometimes when I see those things that I'm like, I might be ready to move on from that, I just smile at them. I sit with it for a little while, and I don't try to push it away prematurely, but I think it through. Perhaps just think about, when will I have the strength and when will be the right time to really peel that away. Let's slowly come on up and just switch out our legs. Half straddle pose is where we were at the beginning. Left leg out, right leg bent. And then just to make the letter L and to draw the knee back a little bit more, the bent knee, if you're not feeling much. Buoy your weight from side to side. Fish for that 85% sensation. We don't want pain. And then just land wherever feels good. Breathe in with me. And let it go. And some postures intensify over that little bit of time. I think you're empowered to adjust a little or a lot should it ever exceed the 85%, just to allow yourself to be in concert with, in a relationship with this experience. We've got 2 more breaths here to let those legs fall into putty. And when you're ready, just to bend your front shin, knee to 90 degrees, and to crawl forward on top of that leg and down, perhaps straightening your back leg for half pigeon or staying bent in your knee. So this is our last stop before Shavasana, and I'll ask you to do one thing, and that's to name anything that is still in your mind or in your emotions that might hold you back from complete and utter bliss and relaxation. And one by one, just mentally put them in a little pile over off to the side of your mat. And they'll just stay there for Shavasana. You're welcome to pick them back up before you leave your mat or simply to leave them, vacuum them up a little bit later. Just take 3 more breaths here. And no rush, right? Where's that end of the cycle of breath? Find your perfect Shavasana, something supported, safe, nourishing. And no one can hear you. I don't know. I don't know who's in your house. Maybe that's not true. But you'll take one last big breath, and I'd like you to actually like sigh it out. So breathe in all the way. And exhale, just letting go into this space for just a few moments before I bring you out. Take a smile, take a swallow. Take with you any good things from your practice. Breathe in, reach and stretch high up behind you. Feel them within your palms. And exhale, take them with you in through heart center. Jack Cornfield says to let go is to release the images and emotions, the grudges and fears, the clingings and disappointments of the past that bind our spirit. And your spirit is worthy of being unbound. So when you get up off your mat here in a moment, feel free to leave behind anything that you feel binds you and to be free. Thank you so much for your practice. Namaste. Thank you, Teddy. Thank you, Tia. Thank you at home. As more and more of us cultivate a home practice, I urge you to leave comments, to ask questions, and to be a community on here because I know plenty of people who do these and we don't always talk to each other. So please do so. And I'll see you guys next week or for gentle yoga.